experimenting today with recording on my phone. I believe the camera quality is higher, and I'm also just seeing what the audio is like on this. So if you've got any
That's
feedback,
later.
feel free to let me know. Um, I'm trying to get a little bit better set up here. Um, so to begin today, I'm going to prop myself up using some blocks and then placing a pillow on top of the blocks for the first sort of longer hold. So in order, if you have
Yep.
blocks at home, I have one standing up tall and the other sort of on its, just on its flat side, flat wide side, in an L shape. So the blocks look like this on the ground, and then a pillow is on top, just like that. And that should be a pretty sturdy setup. If you don't have blocks, feel free to lay with the spine along the pillow so that you're more flat on your back. Feel free to use multiple pillows if that feels good for you. And then I'm also going to have a blanket roll under my knees. So just a simple rolled up blanket. We'll use this later. And if you have a strap or like a dish towel or something nearby, I will probably use that later as well. So get settled in. Once your structure and props are all set up, allow your sacrum to come to the edge of the pillow. Try laying back, make sure it feels okay. You may want to scooch a little bit in either direction. The goal here is simply getting comfortable. The knees can be wide on the blanket. You could take up as much space as you need. If anything doesn't feel comfortable here, please feel free to move or shift around to make this first pose your own. And then once you arrive on the props, take a deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out the mouth. You could do that again. Deep breath in. Maybe a little deeper this time. Sighing it out the mouth. And then simply come back to your regular breath. Notice the breath moving up and down in the body.
Fred Willis, the guy who played Dad on
The
Modern
goal of
Family,
this class really
guy,
is to
he died
simply get
yesterday.
acquainted with how you're feeling in your body.
On what's his name's
Noticing
father?
things about
He died yesterday.
physical nature. Noticing things about
86.
mind and your thoughts.
Yep.
And simply allowing yourself to be okay
Yeah.
with however it is you're feeling
Phil's
in
dead.
both
Yeah.
your mind and your body.
Yeah.
Acknowledging
Yep.
those feelings, recognizing them. It's all part of
Good. 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 Good.
focus on
Good.
this class.
Okay. About 25 would be better.
And as you lay here, see if you can release some tension in different parts of the body. See if you could allow the hands to be heavy, whether
I
the
gave you
palms
more
are
time.
face up or face down.
Probably at 8 o'clock would be okay.
Notice how heavy they fall on the ground. Feel the heels of the feet being supported by the floor beneath you. Bring attention to the throat, the upper chest area. Can you soften through that area, softening all the way to the shoulder blades and the backs of the upper arms, allowing them to melt toward the floor. And bringing attention to the face, softening all the muscles in the face. This might have to happen in phases because the face holds a lot of tension. Soften through the eyes, the jaw, the cheekbones. And then you'll scan the back of the body, starting from the top of the head. Allow your awareness to just simply graze the body, moving down slowly, relaxing and sinking a little deeper with each section of the body that your awareness is focused on. Give yourself permission to be here in this present moment. And no matter what time of day you're taking this class, allow whatever has come before in this day to fall away. Then bring the tongue to the roof of the mouth, just behind the teeth. Tongue can be broad across the roof of the mouth. Open through the back of the throat. Keep the lips sealed. Take a deep breath in and send the air as far down as you can. Notice where the air hits in the body on the inhale. Hold briefly at the top of your breath for a couple of counts. Be comfortable in this uncomfortable nature of holding the breath. And then give yourself permission to exhale the breath slowly, the same way as it came in, maybe slightly constricting the throat on its way out. Hold the air out of the body for a couple of counts at the end of the exhale. And when you've had enough, take in another breath and do this again. Repeat this a few times on your own. Bringing the air deeply down into the body, noticing where it hits, holding the breath after the inhale, and then letting it go fully, pressing navel to spine. Press all the air out of the body on the exhale, and then holding the breath out of the body. And maybe you make space for a breath like this, maybe even just for a minute, at different points throughout the day, to help calm the central nervous system, bring the body and the mind back into balance. Finish the breath that you're on in this exercise. return to normal breath.
Blueberry?
Relax the face and the pelvic floor. Feel the weight of the body being supported by the floor and the props. And then bring movement back into the body. You can open the fingers wide, stretch out the toes, rotate wrists and ankles back and forth. You could take a big sigh if that feels good, and then stretch overhead. Beautiful breathing. And then you'll press yourself up to a seat. And once you arrive in your seat, you can move the pillow and blocks if you've got them to the side. And I'm going to use my blanket underneath my sit bones. And I'm just going to create a rectangle, a gentle rectangle, and sit on an edge that's just kind of like maybe an inch thick. And I'm going to place the sit bones sort of like off the blanket so that the back part of the sit bones, the fleshy part, you can move toward the back. You feel almost like a ridge in your pelvic floor. This is just to help tilt the pelvis down a little bit to create some good spinal alignment here. And if you've got a strap or a dish towel or something, you can grab that and just keep it nearby. And let's just start with some simple neck rolls. So you're going to sit up tall, and we'll bring all the elements of the breath into the whole practice today. So as you sit up tall, again, notice how you're feeling in your body. Palms can be face up or face down on the knees. And you'll inhale deeply, feel the belly rise. And as you exhale, slowly roll the chin down toward the chest, almost lengthening the spine as you go. So you're not just slumping over, just moving these micro movements. Take a breath or two into the back of the neck. And if it feels good, you can even just give yourself a little bit of a massage around the sides of the neck here, stretching out those muscles. This has really been a problem area for me lately. Remembering to do this throughout the day has been a little difficult. And then you can bring the hands down, take the chin over to one side, and feel the stretch in the side of the neck. Drop the shoulder blades down the back, breathe into that side of the neck, all the while keeping yourself held up by your core, sitting up tall. Inhale, bring the chin down, and then over to the second side. Dragging the chin toward the shoulder. Tilting the head so that you can breathe into the opposite side of the neck. And then bringing the chin back to center. Awesome. Look up. Maybe stretch the neck back if that feels okay on the head and the neck. And then come back to center. Inhale, arms all the way up, reaching up with the hands. Growing tall through the fingers. And then allow the left fingertips to come down. Continue to reach up with the right until you can't reach anymore and you have to go over. And then when you're here, breathe into the side body and think about turning the heart upward toward the ceiling as you go. One other thing you can add is the top hand's pinky can rotate down toward the floor, externally rotating the shoulders. See if you could take a little weight out of the grounded hand. Inhale, back up. Tall, tall, tall. Reach up with both hands. And then opposite arm will float down. Reach up, up, up. And then over to the opposite side. Same thing on this side. Really feeling that stretch. Again, turning the heart. Maybe turning the pinky side of the hand down toward the ground. And then taking a little weight out of the grounded hand. Inhale, back up to center. Both arms reach up. And then arms come out into a T. Squeeze the shoulder blades together here. Inhale. Right arm over left for a big hug, or eagle arms as we've been practicing for the past 2 weeks. Whatever feels okay in the shoulders. Allow the chin to tuck slightly. Elbows raise up toward shoulder height. Gaze is gentle at the forearms. Take a deep breath here. On the exhale, if it feels okay, you can bow forward, hinging at the hips.
We're still shipping all of our plants. Most of those go out July through September. And they were also offering...
Inhale back up to center.
So daily updates, pictures and videos.
Release the arms out to a T. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Tuck into the core. Sit up tall. And then opposite arm on top. Left arm on top for either the hug or eagle arms. Palms reaching for each other. Chin slightly tucked. Head extending long. Shoulders down away from the ears. Elbows shoulder height. And then maybe hinging at the hips, leaning forward slightly. Totally optional here. Continuing to breathe into the space between the shoulder blades. Inhale back to center. Release the arms, shake that out. Shake out the wrists. And then interlace the fingers, press them away from the body. Reach up with the hands. And then just side bend to one side. Change the clasp of the hands, press them out again. And then side bend to the other side. Coming back to center. Beautiful. If it feels good to take any shoulder rolls here, feel free, both directions. And then you'll extend out through one leg. So I'm going to extend through, I'm going to pull in my right leg, right sole of the foot to the inner thigh, left leg out. And this is where, if you have a strap, you can use it, or a towel or something. If not, simply you'll walk your hands down your leg. That's totally fine. So if you've got a strap, you could raise it or just your hands over your head, reach up tall, flex the foot on the extended leg, and square the torso to the extended leg. Inhale up, and then exhale down, allowing the strap to come around the foot if you've got one. And keep the spine long to start. You could even be long on whatever it is you're holding around your foot, or long on the leg, holding onto your calf. Take a couple of big breaths here. Spread the toes on the extended foot. And then if it feels good to you, you can gently make your way forward, allowing your spine to move with the crown of the head. So the crown of the head is really leading this. You could slowly come all the way down, feeling that stretch. Coming down as far as feels good. You can even loosen your grip a little bit, soften here where you can. Micro adjust the torso to re-square with the extended leg. One more big breath in. And then you'll inhale, gently coming up all the way back to center. Turn the torso toward the bent leg, raise up through the right hand, and then side bend over toward the extended leg. Inhale back up, ground down through that hand, and then press the hips up and away from the body. Counter stretching. Exhale all the way back down, and then change sides. Right leg extends, left foot in. Square the torso to the long leg. Sit up tall as you inhale the arms up. Exhale, maybe wrapping strap over the foot. Always okay to keep a micro bend in the extended leg. Just protecting the knee here, engaging the knee. And again, extending long through the crown of the head, shoulders come away from the ears. You can spread all the toes on the extended foot. And then maybe you send the crown of the head forward and eventually round through the spine. Micro twisting to ensure that your torso is square with the extended leg. Maybe softening through the hands.
This is a medium to large tree, about 40 to 50 feet tall, which is a medium shade tree. I love it because it's got a very fine leaf.
One more breath here.
Shade, and then the fall color is gray. It's a purplish.
Gently inhale all the way up. Remove the strap. Turn toward the bent leg. Raise up through the left arm. Exhale to side bend over the extended leg. Inhale back to center. Ground down through the left hand. And then press the hips up. Raise up through the opposite arm. If that feels good.
That's the great challenge ahead of us. How are we
And then come all the way back down. Awesome. From here, you'll move the blanket.
Excuse
If
me.
you've got one. And then you'll come to a standing forward fold at the top of your mat. And this is the part where I'm going to just adjust my camera so that you can see me while I'm standing. And while you're in your forward fold, feet are about hip width apart. Feel free to bend the knees as deeply as you like. Simply sway from side to side. If you like, you can clasp the elbows. Rock the weight forward into the toes. And then rock the weight back into the heels. Spread the toes, lift them up, press them back down as you rock forward. And continue to rock like this just for a little bit. See if you can relax the neck. Maybe shake the head yes and no. And continue to just move a little in the torso if you're swaying. And then come to stillness. From here, you'll inhale to lift halfway, breathing in, extend through the crown. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lift up, sending the crown of the head tall as you move up, sweeping the arms overhead. And exhale to sit back in a chair. So your sit bones are coming back. You should be able to see your toes. Sit back far in the heels. Your toes might even lift off the ground. If they do, you can spread them out and press them back into the mat. Breathe in here, use the core to keep you lifted. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Palms pressing together.
More like she keeps her ears on, Daddy.
You may
I can't
allow the
see
feet to
what
come
I'm
a little
doing.
closer together if that's accessible to you. If not, that's
More
okay.
like she keeps her ears
Inhale
on
here.
what you're doing.
And then twist to the right.
Prickle.
Elbow over knee. Pressing the palms together. Maybe the elbow is pressing toward the knee to help twist the torso. Inhale back to center. And then over to the next side. Again, pressing elbow into knee, creating a little traction here. Think about pressing all the toes into the mat. Keep all the weight equally distributed between the feet as you press. Maybe hollow the belly a little. Inhale back to center. And then reach up with the hands. Maybe slight back bend at the top. Opening up for a warrior two. So right foot will come back pretty wide. Hips are more pointed toward the right edge of your mat. And again, just like we started in seated, squeeze the shoulder blades here. Inhale, reach forward. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Back hand can come down to the leg. Inhale, reach forward. And then step back up. Beautiful. We'll do that on the next side. Inhale up. And then reach back. Send the left foot back this time. And then notice the knee in the front. Allow the knee to track toward your pinky toe. Elbows are long. Fingers are long. Gaze is toward the front hand. Seal down through the outer edge of the back foot. Again, reach forward, flip the palm. Reverse the warrior. Inhale forward. Did we do side angle? If not, let's just reach that back arm forward. Reaching forward here. And then back to warrior two. You'll stand at the top of the mat once more. Then you'll open into a wide leg forward fold. Feet are parallel or slightly pigeon-toed. Hands can be at the hips. Shoulders roll back as you inhale tall. And then exhale, send the crown of the head forward as you fold. Feeling the stretch down the legs. Keeping the knees engaged. Hands can come to the floor or they can stay at the hips. And if the hands are grounded, you can gently walk them back. Relax the neck. Again, shake the head yes and no. See where you can soften. Send the air to the place where you're feeling this the most. And then inhale, reach the arms forward. Almost like you're in a wide leg downward dog. Press the palms into the floor. Relax through the neck. See if you can just send the air into the back, the sides of the body. And then you'll walk the hands back to center. You'll step to the foot, to the front of the mat. And just come down to a squat and simply roll all the way onto the back. Then we'll come into a final resting pose. And for today, I'm going to move my soles of the feet together for a Supta Baddha Konasana. And then I will take a pillow and allow it to support my spine. So turning the pillow long ways, like we started. Feet together. If you have blocks that you want to support under the knees, feel free to bring them. And then allow yourself to come all the way back. Take a deep breath in through the nose, sigh out the mouth. Allow the body to sink. Return to your normal breath. Given the current state of things in the world, there's a lot that we know that we cannot change. So I'll ask you today, what will you choose to embrace today? Take a deep breath into the nose. Fill the belly and the chest with air and then sigh. If the soles of the feet are together, you can extend through the legs. Give yourself a big stretch.
51.
What's the temperature?
51.
Huh?
51.
5-1.
5-1. Cinco uno.
Gently roll off your pillow onto your right side.
Go for a walk. Go for a walk.
What's up, Drew?
Using the hands, begin to press yourself up to a comfortable seat. You can keep the eyes closed or the gaze low. Sitting up tall, hands come to heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice today. Hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day ahead. Namaste.